Freeride skiing is very popular today. Mountaineers enjoy to be away from controlled ski resorts and ski in remote areas where nature and powder snow are part of the excitement. However, avalanches are dangerous and often unpredictable. Statistics shows that time is the most important issue for a successful rescue of avalanche victims. Whereas in between the first 15 minutes, still 50% of buried victims survive, after 35 minutes there were only 27% alive, and after 130 minutes, only 3% remaining. So, time really matters during rescue.
50% of all victims are actually part of a multiple burial scenario. So there's not only one victim, but more of them. That makes it even harder for the untrained, for the companions to do the rescue, because time pressure is very, very hard. The rescue has to be performed in the first 10 minutes. They have limited resources and they have to form a decision whom to rescue first. And the only information they have today is only the location. Today mountaineers are equipped with avalanche beacons. Those beacons are worn close to the body, and the beacons continuously broadcast a signal that can be tracked by surrounding survivors. They take the avalanche beacon and switch it to the receive mode, such that they can track the signal and can find their bodies in the snow.
Our approach is to apply wearable sensors, such that the rescuers can get much more information about the victim's state. In particular, we are using an oximeter that measures heart rate and oxygen blood saturation at the victim's toe, an oxygen sensor that reports about the existence of an air bubble in front of the victim's mouth, and an accelerometer that detects the orientation of the victim in the snow.
We have implemented a first prototype. It's running on a handheld iPad device. The device collects the data from the sensors worn at the body, and then it can transmit the information through wireless LAN to the rescuers' devices. Each device acts both as a sender and receiver, so the victims have the sender and the rescuers just switch to the receive mode in order to track the information of the victims.
As time pressure is so hard, survivors of an avalanche on site have to perform the rescue of buried victims. After the avalanche has come to a rest, the survivors switch the devices to receive mode in order to receive the signals of their buried companions. As resources are always limited, the rescuers have to plan the rescue process. For maximizing survival chances of all victims, rescuers have to decide whom to rescue first. In this decision process, the Alive system can assist the rescuers, as it provides further information on the physical state of the victims. Victims are ordered by their health conditions. The most urgent victim is displayed first, less urgent victim follow to the right. The user can click on a victim to retrieve further information such as heart rate, oxygen saturation in snow, oxygen blood saturation, orientation, and time elapsed during rescue. Alive continuously reads the sensors of the victims and keeps the rescuers up to date with information on the victims' physical states. Simultaneously, Alive guides the rescuers to the location of the victims as provided by conventional avalanche beacons today. After the most urgent victim has been salvaged, one rescuer initiates first aid procedures, the second rescuer starts searching for further victims.
There's still another victim.
Okay. In the future, we want to modulate the sensor data on the long wave signal. Long wave is used in today's devices because it penetrates the snow very good. In addition to that, we are thinking of replacing the oximeter by a radar sensor, because the radar sensor could be embedded into the device and could report contact-free about the victim's heart rate, as it can measure the movements of the heart muscle. And this would make it much more comfortable for the victims to wear the sensors and the device.
Ist gut, ja. Noch ein. Ist so dunkel. Nee, die verliert